What up, YouTube? It's your boy, That's So Greg, back at it again with another fragrance review. And today I have a fragrance that is highly talked about, and there is a content creator that calls it the Sex Bomb. So today we're going to review it and see if this indeed is the Sex Bomb. I'm talking about no other than Spicebomb Extreme. We're going in, we're going to test it, and we're going to see if this is a cop, a drop, or a not. So without further ado, let's stop what we're doing right now. Stop. I know what you think I'm going to say, but that's not it. What I'm going to say is let's take a moment to shout out Curly Fragrances, because she is the one that suggested this fragrance and had it on her all-time list for the winter time. So that's where I got the inspiration to get this. So let's give her a moment. Let's shout her out. And if you don't know, Miss Curly Fragrance has a good show. She talks about a lot of fragrances, so be sure to check her out. I will put her handle in the YouTube description so that you could check her out. Now, without further ado, now that we have the housekeeping out of the way, let's stop what we're doing one more time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Likes are free, subscribes help the show grow and become the best show in town, and I help you guys smell best for less. So turn me up. Now, with that being said, we have Spicebomb Extreme. So let's do the unpackaging, and I'm just gonna give you a brief price. Then we're gonna talk about the presentation, the packaging. I'm gonna give you guys a note breakdown, and then we're gonna talk about my initial thoughts from the smell of this, and we're gonna see if this is a buy or not. So without further ado, the price I paid for this was about 58 bucks, guys. Remember, I'm always going on Fragrance Net to buy fragrances. Fragrance Net and Amazon. So that's where I bought this. And as you know, I always get the triple up because you never know how these fragrances will go. You might like some just might not be much of a catch. And I just thought for 60 bucks, I got a little money in my pocket. Let's just go ahead and get this and see what it do, you know. Usually I get a tester, but I was feeling good, had a little money in my pocket, and I wanted to create content for you all. So let's see what this is talking about. All right. So we're opening it up. Left my cutty downstairs, so the hands will be the cutter. All right. Not too bad, simple enough. All right. So it's a no thrills packaging. You know, it looks like it has some serial numbers on the top here. Nothing too major. So then on the inside, it's the fragrance. The Napalm Bomb, y'all. Look at that, the Napalm Bomb. Right, looks like it has like a little tag on the top of it. Not bad. Now this is the 1.7. Like I said, you know, I got so many fragrances. If I like this and if this stands out, I could always just go get another one. So it's not that big of a deal. I could always upgrade. But, you know, a lot of times with these fragrances, you don't know how much you're going to use this, because I'm always buying fragrances and you might too. So looks like the atomizer is right here. So I don't have my envelope test strips. So what I'm going to do is shout out to Aston from Gent Sense. I'm going to waste a couple sprays for you and let's see what it does. Oh, silly me. You got to pull the grenade handle. All right, here we go. Couple sprays. Okay. It's heavy, you know, heavy. So that's the presentation of this. Looks like we have like the serial and batch code down at the bottom. So, wow, that's really strong. You can definitely smell the cinnamon in this. So with that being said, that'll segue into my next point. Let's see what the note breakdown is. And I'm going on Fragrantica for the note breakdown, and it looks like we have some vanilla, some tobacco, some cinnamon, some cumin, bourbon whiskey, and saffron. So this is like a vein kind of the other fragrances that I talked about, the Al Haramain Amber Oud Tobacco Edition, and a couple of the others that I've mentioned in the video. It might even have a little bit of the tobacco touch in it, but I could definitely say, just off the sprays, this is a lot stronger and this is a lot noticeable. My initial thoughts in spraying this is it definitely captivates you. It gets your nose and it captures your nose right away, like, come here, you know. So we're gonna spray this on, ooh, it's a pretty good sprayer. Spray this on the hand. All right. Oh yeah, this is strong. You could definitely smell the cumin in this, guys. Like, the cumin is strong. And let me give you guys a little lesson on cumin. You know, you have some cumin that smells nasty and dirty and kind of off-putting. This cumin is more of a resinous cumin. It almost smells kind of like, let me see, kind of like a grain, like a brand or something like that, like a wheat. It doesn't smell like nasty and off-putting or anything like that, you know. Yeah, it smells good. It has that, yeah, kind of like that brandy, but I can still smell the aroma of this in the air. This is very captivating. You could definitely smell the vanilla. Now the tobacco, I don't get any of the tobacco in this. No, I'm getting cumin and vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon. Although the note breakdown doesn't have cinnamon, I'm smelling cinnamon. So yeah, you know. So to be honest, would I buy this again? And I'm gonna say yes, it's a buy. It's strong. It has all of the elements to make you noticed if you're going out, and you don't have to spray a lot to get the smell on this, you know. Excuse me if I'm sweating, I just got out the shower. I'm shower fresh, you know. I like to be fresh when I do these, you know, video calls. I like to be fresh, you know. So yeah, Spicebomb Extreme is definitely not bad. It's something that I would get. Look at the atomizer, guys. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is very good. And you know, that's another thing too, like with designer fragrances or whatever, you know, very rarely do you get niche quality with designer fragrances. Designer fragrances kind of fall in that middle of the tier road where you might not know what you'll get. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So as always, guys, you definitely want to test the fragrance out before you get it. But this, in my opinion, is blind buy safe. Now, before I let you guys go, I want to talk about the seasons that you will wear something like this. This is definitely a fall winter scent. You know, not that you can't get away with it in the summertime, but this is definitely fall winter. It's very pungent, guys. So when you spray this, people around you are going to be able to smell it because it leaves that sillage, that scent trail, which is what you're looking for. Now, a perfect scenario that you will wear a fragrance like this is maybe at a bar, maybe at a social gathering. But once again, you don't want to go too heavy with this because you might choke people out. Now, I don't think it's cloying, but I do think that it's very sharp. And if you put too much of it on, you could make people sneeze and it could be rather off-putting. And we don't want to be that guy. Don't be that guy. A little couple sprays here, see how it reacts to you. And you know, as I do, you know, my body is kind of dry, you know, my hands are kind of dry. So usually what I do is when I spray, I start here. Then I work like that. Give it a minute to kind of simmer in. And this is just what I do at home to see kind of how my body is going to react to it and how my skin is going to react to the smell now that I'm moisturized and stuff like that, because sometimes it just might not stick long. And that's another thing. If it doesn't stick, I have oils and stuff like that I use to kind of moisturize the skin a little bit more so I can get more longevity out of this. But if I had to rate this, I would say 8 out of 10. All right, Miss Curly Thing. She know what she talking about. So be sure to check out her show. Be sure to check out my show. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Join me again. Let's take this show to the top, and I will catch you real soon on the next video. Peace.